Welcome to the Electrical Innovations Guide to Using a Pyronix Enforcer Alarm System. In this video, I'm going to add a new key fob to the system and show you how to set and unset that key fob, as well as programming each different key to do whatever it is you'd like it to do. So the first thing we need to do is head into the Manager's menu. I'm just going to pop my key fob on top of there so I don't lose it while I'm using it. It has been known. And then we're going to head into the Manager's menu. So we'll press D and input our Manager's code, which as default is 4 2s. Once we're in the Manager's menu, we're going to use yes and no to answer the questions. We don't want to set the time and date, so we'll keep pressing no until we see Edit Users. We'll press yes to answer that menu, and then yes to add a new user. As you can see, we've already got 2 users on the system. We're just going to press yes to add a third. What we're going to do now is take your key fob and press the top 2 buttons to attach it to the system. As you can see, the flickering green light turns red and green, and that means it's ready to go. That chime sound tells you it's been added, and now you can program your name, and we're just going to call this one Fob 1. Press yes when complete, and now we can program what each of the buttons on the key fob does. Button 1 is lock, and as default that will set the system on zone A. So we're going to start by, if you press the arrow keys, you can decide which button you're programming. Not only do you get 4 buttons, but you also get combinations of buttons, the lock and unlock together, 1 and 2 together, and then different combinations on the fob. We're going to start with button 1, lock. As default, that's set for control an area, and the area would be A. So we'll press yes, set area, yes, A. You can see that's already set. We're happy with that, so we'll leave it as it is. Button 2 is unlock the entire system. Button 3 is the first of the zone areas we're going to get to choose to control. In most cases, people will leave it as set area B, which means when you go to bed, you can press the first button, which is the second arming button, the button labelled 1 for your bedtime set, nighttime part set, or part set B, depending on what you want to know it as. In this case, we're going to leave it as that, and we're going to move on to button 4, which is labelled as number 2 on the system. This one says show status. Now, if you press this while in normal day mode, and I'll show you that in a second, it will give you the option to look at the green LED or red LED to tell you whether the system's set or not, and I'll show you an example of that. We'll start moving on to the different combinations of buttons, and I'll just pick one to show you what we could do with it. At the moment, 1 and 2 together have no action, but we can soon change that. We can have it show status, set an area, unset an area, or operate an output, or no action. So a couple of things we like to do on our systems: unset an area or set an area. So what we can do is we can choose set area, and then we can choose area C, and then we could have programmed something like your shed or garage to area C. What this means is during the day when you're at home, you can have your garage fully alarmed and your system on and protecting your garage even though you're in the house. And it's easy to do with the key fob. What we also do is remove the countdown timer from that, so it's 5 seconds. So it's nice and easy, quick, nice to set, easy to set. You can use your fob to see if the system's set or not. Really easy to use. The fobs are great for that. What we're also going to do is, I'm going to show you the other thing we do, which is operate outputs. So you can set a user-defined output to do whatever it is you like. And what that means is one of the programmed areas in the PCB on the back of this board gives you the option to wire a cable to it, which can then trigger anything you like. In some instances, we do this with garden gates and garage doors. So you might have seen our videos where we're using one of these key fob to operate the full alarm on this button, the garage door on this button, the gates on this button. It's a really nice way of just carrying one fob around with you on your car keys without having to have one for each of your systems. Okay, in this situation, we're just going to go back to the original settings and that'll do. Keep pressing no until you see capitals, press A to leave the manager menu, and we're good to go. So at the moment we're going to press and hold the number 2 button, and we're going to see an LED to tell us what status our system is. As you can see, it's green, the system's not set, and we're good to go inside. If we were to press this button here, it's going to start setting the system. We can leave via the front door, the system's now set, and again you can press your fob and see that we've now got a red LED, tells us not to go in because the system is armed. When you come home, you get your countdown timer again. You can easily unset your system. You can even do that before you start your countdown timer, so you can set and unset your system from outside of the property. Okay, so that's the key fob. These are really fantastic. They make setting and unsetting the entire system really easy.